I'm Muhammad, I'm a prophet because I said so. I have this hairy mole right on my shoulder, you know. And my bestest buddy Allah, he works for me though. I call him God to make you think I'm pure as white snow. In the damp cave of Hira I met this bad man. He squeezed me until I threw up the Koran. When I ran to Khadija in anguish and fears, she explained, "This is Jibreel," and wiped off my tears. I'm Muhammad, I'm a prophet because I am him, and Allah caters to my needs and every whim. His reward is that I let people think he is Lord. Then he lets me torment the people when I get bored. Now the world must revert and become just like me, and never ask questions and never be free. You'll become dumb blind Muslims and do as you're told, or your heads will be rolling, your family's sold. Oh, Aisha, ooh la la, what a pretty dress. May I wear it? Your dresses get those revelations rolling. No, don't touch my eye makeup. Mine is too young for makeup. I'm 54 after all. My religion, Islam, grew like fungi on bread due to people's reluctance to part with their head. And because I got rid of the people who think Allah's slaves can be duped to do things that sure stink. I'm Muhammad, I'm a prophet because I said it. I meet up with Jibreel when I'm in need of you. And my bestest buddy Allah delivers on time. These girls and boys and slaves and all these riches of mine. I'm Muhammad, I'm a prophet because I told you. My brothel in the sky awaits if you say it's true. But if Allah will find out in the mosque you did fart, He'll dump you in the hellfire when you depart. He'll dump you in the hellfire when you depart. Oh, Aisha, I still feel the pain after the food I ate in Khaybar. Allah is cutting my aorta.
Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. And Muhammad is not a prophet. Muhammad is not a prophet. If you want grace and mercy and love, Islam is not for you. But Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the King of Kings who died to save us all. If you just repent and believe He took your sins on the cross, then mercy and grace, forgiveness and love, eternity can be yours.
Hallelujah. Let Lord Jesus Christ shine forth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us. Welcome to live stream. And I have privilege of having Adam Sika with me. And since this is being streamed in Facebook and Adam's channel, I'm just going to let Adam to say hi to his audience.
Hello everyone, this is your favorite Murtid, live once again with Sister Hatun. Peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. And yes, we are live on multiple channels at this moment. And it's a privilege to be here with Sister Hatun because she has a very important subject and I would love to learn from her.
Well, actually, it's a disturbing subject. So,
ouch. Isn't that every time we talk about this particular cult, it's always disturbing?
I know. Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us. One of the way you can kind of get our attentions, please put at sign in front of DCCI Ministries or Adam Seeker, and then we will kind of plug out your comments. So June is month of pride, one of the deadly sin, and people around the world pridefully celebrating it. And in UK, they just decided, yes, they just decided after like decades of abuse went on or crime went on, they just decided, yes, it is time for us to do a national inquiry regarding the Pakistani grooming gangs, Pakistani rape gangs in Britain. And a brother sent me a video clip from, I can't remember where it was, but original, it's been recorded on France 24 channel. Send me a video clip where it is showing how sexual sin is taking place in Islamic schools in Pakistan. So like everything is just like all together right now, very much messed up. Britain is struggling with, not struggling, they've turned blind eye to the Pakistani Muslims who intentionally raped white British girls as well as Sikh girls. Around the world, people are celebrating Pride, deadly sin, and now we are seeing that in Pakistan, the Republic of Islamic Pakistan, Muslim men, religions teacher are raping these kids. So everything is all together very much messed up. I thought I'll just get Adam Seeker, and then we talk about what's happening in this wonderful country, Pakistan, as well as we talk about what are the things in this is Islamic, if it is Islamic or not, and then also bring attention what can be done. So everything is just messed up.
Wow, 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 wow. I've heard a lot about these grooming gangs, and I'm glad that finally the British government is doing something about it.
No, actually, they're not doing anything about it. They've been talking about it for decades, and this is just national inquiry. And it's already been pointed out that it was very big percentages are Pakistani Muslim men. It's already been pointed out that the girls who are being raped is being pictured as criminals. It's already been expressed that people who rape those girls, Muslim men who rape those girls, are kind of simply let go of. Government turned blind eye. Every police turned blind eye and encouraged all those things. Those things were all public. No one bothered to take a criminal action for it. Now they are just going to talk about it. Nothing is going to come up from this. Everyone who involved, from current prime minister to previous prime ministers and member of House of Parliament, as well as police, social service, civil services, they should all be in jail for long time with those rapists. But anyway, apparently talking about this is a crime in England these days.
So this is a crime, and they are figuring out how much crime is happening, yet you are saying nobody is going to be punished.
Yeah,
Wow, that
that,
makes sense.
that's what happens. They just talk about it, who turn blind eye, and it's not even talking about how far they are gonna go through. You've got like testimonies of women after, like, anyway, just very much disgusting and messed up. People like, it's like that's different topic by itself. It makes me so angry because a couple of years
Wow.
ago I interviewed some of the girls who were raped by Pakistani Muslim men. Um, like you kind of have that emotional attachment, but like this national inquiry is just gonna take nowhere. Oh yeah, we are gonna publicly apologize. Apologizing is not gonna bring back that hundreds of thousand girls and what Muslim men did to those girls. Um, anyway,
So what happens is, sister, that in UK they can find girls. In Pakistan they can't find girls, right? So they find
therefore,
boys. They find
therefore,
boys,
yeah,
right? Uh, when you go to UK, they they do these things with girls because it's easy. The girls, you can find them as easier as you can find a boy. But that's history as well, and not even just a culture, but it's a history as well. So let me show you a book, and I'm going to first show you the book, that
Yeah.
this is the book, but then I will show you a cutting of it because I don't want to share the exact picture with everyone. So if you can show my screen. This book is a pretty old book. I've shown it in my multiple of my videos already. It's called Islamic Homosexualities, Culture, History, and Literature. You need to understand that. Culture, history, and literature. This book goes into huge details um, of homosexuality in Islamic culture. And this book, this person has gone into the um, where they have the old things placed. What is it called? I forgot the name. Um,
References like Islamic sources, footnotes.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I already censored this. So as this is I already censored. So imagine this is in the museum
Yeah.
of Turkey. This is taken from the museum picture of Turkey.
I
So you
just
can
wanted
imagine.
I just wanted to point out something. That's
Yes.
exactly in the same museum where
Mhm.
we've got one of the oldest Quranic copy. It's in the same museum. They are so proud of it. Sorry, brother. Just
No, no. This is the reality. They are showing exactly what they have been doing all their life in Turkey to the people. And it's this book, if you read it, it's in such detail. And like the previous picture, the two people were lining up when this guy finishes so that he could start. This is showing Islamic reality. So before going into more details, understand the fact here. Mirza Muhammad Ali Mirza, he calls himself Engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza. He said some very famous sentences. This is one of the biggest Islamic clerics in Pakistan. All right, sister, he is very famous among the young men in Pakistan. His name is Engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza. This is one of his cutting in X. I'm going to try my best to do justice with the translation because obviously he speaks Urdu. But listen to what he's going to say, and if anybody has an issue, they can get the translation done by themselves. I'm gonna just do it live. Check this out.
लाड़काना के अंदर एक मौलाना साहब ने मस्जिद के मेहराब के अंदर एक बच्चे के साथ जबरदस्ती मुंह काला किया
In Larkana, that's a city in Pakistan, he's saying in Larkana, one of the imams had sexually abused a child in in the mihrab. Mihrab is the place where you imam stands and makes the prayer while everyone else stands behind him. And he did sexual act with the kid inside the mosque, right where the imam stands as a leader for all the Muslims.
और उसकी वीडियो बनी हुई है मुझे बताएं मैं
And when he was doing that action, someone else was making a video. So there were multiple people. And he's saying, we saw the video of it.
जो ये कहता था ना कि आम मुसलमान जो है ना वो मैयत की चरपाई को ना अंधेरे में देख के डर जाता है
He said that usually it is said that a normal Muslim gets scared when he sees a dead body in dark.
मैयत ना रखी हुई हो सिर्फ चरपाई रखी हो
Oh, sorry. He said not the charpai. Charpai is the bed where the dead body is placed. So he said that normal Muslim gets scared when he sees the bed which is used to transport the dead body.
और मौलवी जो है खुदा से नहीं डरता मुझे बताएं आप
And the Imam never gets scared even from God. By the way, this sentence shows us that Imams know that Allah is not a true God. And they are doing these actions inside the mosque. Anyhow, this is my commentary. Let's forward.
लोग तो सिर्फ ये देख रहे हैं कि उसने मस्जिद के अंदर ये सब कुछ किया मैं ये देख रहा हूं कि एक गैर मुस्लिम जब ये देखेगा कि मस्जिद के मेहराब में जहां इमाम खड़ा होकर नमाज पढ़ाता है, सबसे अफजल तरीन जगह मस्जिद की, उधर उस मस्जिद का इमाम नमाज नहीं पढ़ा रहा बल्कि एक 12 साल के बच्चे के साथ जबरदस्ती कर रहा है.
He's saying, what will the non-Muslims say when they listen to this news that the Imam, who's the leader of the mosque, at the place where he's supposed to lead the prayer, he is not leading the prayer, but rather he is raping a child of 12 years of age at the location where he's supposed to be leading the prayer. Sister, would you like to add something before I continue? All right.
Continue, brother.
जिसको तीसरी क्लास में उसका बाप दाखिल करवा के गया था कि ये इसे पढ़ाएगा,
which his father admitted in this madrasa, this is the madrasa school, in grade third standard or grade third, whatever you may like to call.
ये उस्ताद और शागिर्द का रिश्ता आप देख लें.
This is the relation between a teacher and a student.
ये तो जिन लोगों के अपने बच्चे हैं ना, उनको इस तकलीफ का अंदाजा होगा. आम लोग तो सिर्फ इसे खबर के तौर पे देखते हैं.
He said, like, we only look at it as a news. People who has their own kids can realize what I'm saying.
जो खुद बच्चों वाले हैं ना, उनसे पूछें, वो तो कहेंगे कि ऐसे लोगों को सरेआम फांसी दी जाए, इनके टुकड़े टुकड़े किए जाए.
The parents will actually say, make them hang till death, or put these kind of people, cut them into pieces and throw them.
जो बच्चों के साथ ये कर रहे हैं और सबसे बढ़कर दीन इस्लाम की बदनामी का बायस बनेंगे. अब वो किधर गए जी फ्रंटमैन एलजीबीटी के ऊपर? जी हम बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं. ओए तुसी सारी चलाई हुई है, तुहाडे मौलवी ये काम पांदे जे. सारी होमोसेक्सुअलिटी के इमाम तुम्हारे उलमाए कराइम है.
So now he's saying that this is being done by the LGBTQ community, and they are the ones who are introducing all this. But my commentary, we have seen this thing in Islam way before LGBTQ even started.
जो मस्जिदों के अंदर ये कर रहे हैं,
The people who are doing it in the mosque, he's saying they are from the group of LGBTQ group.
खुदा के घरों के अंदर,
in the mosque, in the house of God.
अगर किसी रियासती इदारे के हॉस्टल में ये काम होता है ना, वो छोटी चीज है. किसी
If this thing happens in a political house building, it's a smaller sin.
स्कूल के हॉस्टल में होता है, वो छोटी चीज है.
If this happens in the hostel of a school, it's a smaller sin.
लेकिन जो कुरान और सुन्नत के मदारिस में ये काम होना, सबसे बढ़कर मस्जिदों में होना, क्योंकि तुम ठेकेदार हो दीन के बने हुए.
But if you do it inside the madrasa of Islam or in the mosque, then it is a bigger sin because you are the one who are holding the Islamic pillars.
तुम्हें अब कोई हक नहीं पहुंचता कि तुम होमोसेक्सुअलिटी के खिलाफ बोलो, क्योंकि तुम लोग फ्रंट मैन हो उन लोगों के.
You guys have no right to say anything about homosexuality now because you are the front man of LGBTQ group. Yes, sister.
Let me just translate that. So that Mr. Muslim is telling us that in mosques where Imam stands and then leads the prayer, that a boy is being raped. That gentleman tells us that in schools where children goes and then learns to memorize the Quran and then do their prayer, those boys are being raped by very religious teachers who are supposed to teach them Islam. And he says, well, here's the problem. Problem is, I need to find someone to blame. I'm going to blame LGBT community. That LGBT community is teaching Islam to kids at mosques, at madrasas. Oh, I'm going to blame them. It's always good to blame others. It's not Islam's fault. It's just like those teachers who are teaching the Quran to kids. They are inspired by LGBT. Oh, here's the other problem. Dear Muslims, Don't do it in the mosques. Don't do it in madrasas. It's a bigger sin. Go and do it in schools, in political schools, political buildings. Go and do it in park. When the location changes, apparently it's all right. Brother, where did you find that idiot?
This idiot is everywhere. He is one of the most renowned cleric in Pakistan.
Yeah, that's
The
idiot.
particular, yeah, that
That
idiot. But
idiot simply encourages Muslim men, Muslim teachers to rape Muslim boys. I know probably they want to practice what they are going to do in Jannah. Seriously. Oh, don't do it in mosques. Don't do it in madrasas. That's bigger sin. Go and do it in the park. Go and do it in their house. Go and do it in political buildings. Idiot. What have you done, Mr. Idiot? How many legal actions did you take? I get
zero, literally zero. By the way, what his other video is, like listen to this one as well. He is one of the most vocal cleric about this thing in Pakistan, and he exposes this action, but he has not done anything
yeah,
against it.
I am not looking people who takes the mic and then camera and then says, "Oh, people, that's happening in the mosque." I'm not looking at those people. Those boys, like, there is video on France 24, 31 minutes 35 seconds. I put a shorter version of it yesterday on DCCI. Watch that video. 35,000 religion schools in Pakistan. 35,000, okay? Millions of kids go to those religion schools, and it is very common. Children learn from their teacher. Yes, Adam Seeker just showed us that idiot Mr. Muslim who takes the Twitter account and then say, "Oh yeah, he was doing this in Mihrab, and then what happened? People were recording." Those people who are recording, you know what? They don't think something is wrong. They go and then do this in their houses to the other kids, on the street to other kids. Go on, brother. Sorry. I
No,
like,
no,
I was
you're
already
right on spot.
angry. I already woke up. Like, I'm like not feeling very good. Like, I think I drank too much coffee or something. Like, my body is shaking. And then you are showing me these things, just makes me to go and check those people and then hand them over to the, seriously? Hand them over to the Hamas, maybe.
So the problem is, sister, that this has been happening in Pakistan and no action has been taken. Yeah, somebody who has actually get caught, fair enough. They send him to prison, like somebody got caught. What here
No,
and there.
that's not true. That's not true. I'll tell you why. Because
What?
in the documentary from France 24, it
Mhm.
says people who take action for this is less than 1% of them. Okay?
Perfect.
And people just, those Islamic teachers who teach those kids to memorize the Quran, they just spend a couple of days in police cell, and then they are bailed out, and then they go back to those madrasas and then
And do it again.
simply lead the prayer again. There is a daily of 80 to 85 not sexual abuse, this is rape in madrasas. 80 to 85 daily. Imagine how many kids that makes in a year, even if one kid. Just sorry, brother, go
And
ahead.
imagine they do this raping not just once, multiple times with these kids.
Yeah.
Multiple times. And I'm gonna show one another video of his, and you're gonna cry even further. I would like you to cry
I
today
don't,
more and more.
I'm angry right now, but yeah, let's see. Like, I want to just like seriously check those idiots and then hand them over to the, anyway.
This is the same guy, um, engineer Muhammad Mirza. He's the most vocal cleric in Pakistan.
I don't care
Who
if he's most vocal about it.
he hasn't
Give
done
his
anything. I
child,
understand.
yeah, give his child to those madrasas and then see what he's gonna do.
And he says that is why I don't send my children to madrasa.
Yeah.
And one of his video, I didn't find it. He said, I have been to madrasa. I know what madrasa imams do. He said it in live.
I experienced with my own eyes or with my own body, but
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take the mic and then come and then speak on it. Why? I'm not gonna take legal action. It is Islamic. He's
absolutely.
not even telling us, oh, this is being supported in Islam. He's not even telling us that. He's just like, oh, it's inspired by LGBT community, a Muslim nation. Why do they have even LGBT community there? See, anyway, play it, brother. Sorry.
All right. No, don't be sorry.
से जिस दिन से मुफ्ती अजीज की वीडियो बाहर आई है कि हम अपने बच्चों को मदरसों में नहीं भेजेंगे, आपको पता ही नहीं है।
He said the day when we found out this is a historical thing, Mufti Aziz. The day we have found out the video of Mufti Aziz, did we said that we are not going to send our children to madrasa? Did we said that?
आपके अगर बच्चे हैं ना और बीवी भी है तो जरा उससे पूछें, और आप कहें कि नहीं मुफ्ती अजीज
If you have a wife and kids, ask her, do you want to send your kids to madrasa?
जगह तो नहीं होता, ये हमारे मुफ्ती साहब तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, मैं अपना बच्चा मदरसे में दाखिल कराने लगा, चमड़ी ना ਤੁਹਾਡੀ
My madrasa is pretty good, and I'm about to send my kid to madrasa. And now look at what he's going. He said, this is a kahawat that he's going to
मदरसे
say.
में दाखिल कराने लगा, चमड़ी ना ਤੁਹਾਡੀ जनानी ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ला दे।
That your Zanani is wife. Your wife is going to remove your skin from your body if you will say to your wife that you want to send your kid to madrasa now. He's talking about the children who are a little educated, the families who are a bit educated, not the rest of the 80% of Pakistan.
ये गल ना करो, इनसिक्योर है सब। ये हमारे जेल में
He
जो
says everyone is insecure.
वाकया हुआ है,
In Jhelum, there is another incident that happened.
इनसिक्योर है, ठीक है, वो आके बातें कर रहे हैं, लोग आके जो समझा रहे हैं, हमारे भाई ने कहा ओए अपने अपने बच्चों को भी पूछो, उन्होंने भी काम पे उन्होंने दस नहीं रहे उन्हें साढ़े।
He said when this incident happened in Jhelum, they were talking to a particular kid who was abused, and there was somebody who came up and said, why don't you ask your own kids who goes to this madrasa or other madrasa around it? They are not telling you what is happening, but it's happening with them as well. Go ask your own children. Oops, sorry.
बच्चे तो फिर भी इल्मी किताबी ने ਉਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਕੇ ਆਲੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਲਮੀ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਤੇ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤਾਂ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੇ, ਉਹਦਾ ਸਵਾਬ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਣ।
Now this is very important. He said, and this is how they manipulate the kids. He said that our kids are a little educated, but imagine most of the children's are getting their, getting themselves raped by these Islamic clerics in madrasa, thinking that it is a sawab. It is sawab to do it. Sawab is, in Islam you have
Corrected. It's a
good deed.
Yeah, good deed.
It's a good deed, and Allah is going to give them some reward if they will allow their imam to do it. Imagine this is how disgusting it is. Literally, the Islamic cleric can say whatever to the child, he will not tell at home, and he will allow him to do this action because he was told that this is sawab. Yes, sister.
So 80 to 85 kids report that they've been raped a daily, okay? And that's apparently only like very, very little amount, 1% of them, okay? So that means over 80,000 boys, if that's only 1% of it, okay? Over 80,000 boys are being raped daily. And there are 35,000 of these religion schools. And big chunk of it is not even registered. Okay.
Absolutely true. Because of the honor, they will not tell anybody in Pakistan, especially.
Yeah. Like, are you gonna go through this video? Oh, if not, I will.
Just a little more.
Okay.
Just a little more.
Okay.
वो उलमा ने फरमा दिया ना, वो इनका तो सेंस ही नहीं है। हाँ,
The ulama, the scholar said, and that's it. The kid will do it. Allow them to do it.
मैं आपको बताऊं, 8 से 20 साल पहले की बात है, एक बरेलवी आलिम फोत हो चुके हैं, बड़ी उम्र के थे।
20 years ago, an elderly Barelvi scholar who is now dead.
वो बीमार हुए तो उन्होंने घर राब्ता किया कि तुम ना मेरी जगह जुमा पढ़ाओ.
He called home that instead of me, you go and do the Friday sermon.
चलिए मैं उनका नाम भी बता देता हूँ. सिगरेट फैक्ट्री बहुत हो चुके हैं. ये सिगरेट फैक्ट्री के सामने मस्जिद है बहुत बड़ी. सिगरेट फैक्ट्री की मस्जिद जीटी रोड पे जहां आप नाश्ता भी करते हैं ना, पटरी के पास. यहां से जाके पटरी क्रॉस करते ही लेफ्ट पे ना पेट्रोल पंप के पीछे बड़ी मस्जिद है.
He is giving the address of the Islamic cleric who is now dead.
रेलवियों की उस मस्जिद में हो रहे हैं मोहम्मद बख्श सियालवी साहब. वो हमारे पीर भाई भी थे.
His name is Mohammed Bhatt Sialvi.
सियाल शरीफ बैत थे सरगोदा चिश्ती सिलसिले में, मेरे वाले साहब के अच्छे दोस्त. तो वो बीमार हुए तो मुझे उन्होंने एक दिन कहा तुमने यहाँ ना जुमा पढ़ाना है. मैंने जुमा पढ़ाया, बड़े खुश हुए.
So he got sick and he asked me to go and get the Friday sermon.
गपशप शुरू हुई. उन दिनों भी वो हमारे जेल में दावत इस्लामी के मदरसे में इस तरह के मदनी मुन्नों के साथ वाकयात रिपोर्ट हुए थे. इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में
And during that time, some rape incidents were reported in the Islamic University of in the Islamic cleric situation in
बात शुरू हुई
this city.
ना, तो मुझे वो कहने लगे बेटा ये छोड़ दो, मैं तुम्हें बता नहीं सकता.
And this cleric said to engineer, leave this. I can't even tell you what is happening.
आज से 20 साल पहले उन्होंने मुझे बताया और उससे भी 15-20 साल पहले की बरकत है. आज तो वो कितनी बरकत फैली हुई होंगी.
And he said that he told me 20 years ago about this subject, which has been happening according to him for 15 years. So imagine that his elder scholar is telling him 20 years ago that this is happening, and according to his elder scholar, he's giving his historical reports of the last 15 years. So for the last 35 years, according to him, this has been happening because he just know about the last 35 years. He doesn't know any further back. He never researched on that.
वो कहने लगे कि मैं देवबंदियों के मदरसे में भी पढ़ता रहा हूं.
He said that the scholar, he's saying that I used to study in the madrasa of Deobandi as well.
हूं मैं बरेलवी, लेकिन
I am Brelvi, but I used to study in Deobandi madrasa as well.
मेरे माँ बाप ने मुझे देवबंदियों के मदरसे में दाखिल कराया था.
My parents.
वो कहने लगे
me
उस
there.
जमाने में मैंने ये चीजें ऑब्जर्व की हैं, जब कोई मुफ्ती विजिट के लिए आता था ना, उसकी खिदमत के लिए उसे मदनी मुन्ने पेश किए जाते थे.
And he said that at that particular time when his teacher was young and studying in Deobandi madrasa, he's saying at that particular time when a mufti would visit that Deobandi madrasa, they would present these kids to that mufti as a gift so that that mufti would bang them. Yes, sister, what would you like to say? Gift of young kids.
It's good to know that Pakistan is a country where Muslims simply preparing themselves for Islamic paradise. Banging the boys, seriously.
Young kids. Yeah. And they're presenting them to the mufti. Imagine mufti. Like mufti is supposedly one of the highest level of degree that you can hold as an Islamic scholar. And they're presenting to the mufti these young kids. Hey mufti, yeah, take this, whatever you want to take to your bedroom so that you could bang
Yeah,
him.
it's different. Like recently someone got me box of baklava. I thought that was nice gift, but it's good to know in Pakistan, where Islam apparently rules and reigns, that you give people, human beings, young boys.
Absolutely. As a gift.
Yeah.
जी.
Okay. Do
मुझे
with
यकीन
him
है उन
whatever you wish. Do with him whatever you wish. Think about it. Like seriously, they are doing this to their next generation boys. They are Muslims. Okay. What do you think? Like you shouldn't be surprised. They are doing exactly the same thing to the white British kids in UK. If they are doing this to their own, the ones they say, oh yeah, we rule all that. What do you think they're like? Are you surprised they are doing these things to they say, oh, they are the worst of the creatures. White British girls not covered, they are horse anyway. disgusting. Islam is like so disgusting, shouldn't be exist in any place that anyone is breathing out and breathing in. Seriously.
And imagine, sister, if
I don't
these
want to
kids.
imagine. I don't want to
No,
imagine, brother. This is already disgusting, but go ahead.
I'm so sorry, but you gotta imagine a little bit with me. If this kid has gone through this as religious piousness, when he is going to teach in this madrasa, why do you think that he will not do the same? It's a
I'll
cyclic effect.
yeah, I'll show you something. Let me just share something.
Please.
Share screen. Can you see my screen? So this is the
Yes.
video from France 24, okay? That 31 minutes, 35-second video. Let me move forward. Okay, let me just come here somewhere here. Okay, let's play from this. See how it becomes normal. Well, now Gene is on my computer.
Now, what does that happen sometimes?
I don't need genes. I don't need genies. Good genies or bad genies. I don't need them. My computer is like not acting well. Let me see. Try again.
I like the sound effect.
This is from the video where let me take it down. Where the boy is saying, I went to this religion school. I went to madrasa, all those kind of things. And then once I saw what my religions teacher was doing, and then I start doing it as well. It was like, I just thought this is very normal. It's not only I start doing it, no one ever, like, I never even thought there was something wrong with this. And then he goes on and then talks about how he start practicing it even at home once he got out of the madrasa.
But he placed down the cases of rape reported in Quranic schools.
We'll get copyright anyways.
However, a former student of the school says the opposite. This man, aged 27, has studied in various Quranic schools before becoming a teacher. He describes a system which isolates, exploits, and exposes children to constant danger.
I was 12. I was the one who wanted to go to the madrasa. I wanted to do hafez, memorizing the Quran. My family didn't force me. We were so scared of the teachers that all they had to do was stare at us once to make us want to sink into the ground. We were often beaten up. If they called our name, we had to run straight away. If we were sitting down, we had to get up straight away. If they gave us an order, we had to obey without delay. It was as if they were the masters and we were their slaves. After a few months, I started seeing things I didn't understand. I didn't even know that such things could happen or be done. One night, it was about midnight, I was going down the corridor to go to the toilet. A bedroom window was open and I looked in. I saw a boy lying on the floor. The teacher was on top of him and they were both naked. I said nothing to anyone. I went back to my room without making a sound. I've seen this a lot. The same teachers with different boys. Once my teacher called me into his room and ordered me to massage his feet. I started to do it. He told me to massage higher and higher. So I went up his legs, massaging him. Then he told me to hold his penis. I said no. He told me he was going to expel me. I'd worked really hard and I was afraid of having to repeat the year again. So I said, okay. And he held out his penis to me.
I don't need to hear that junk. I just hear that junk is causing rape to the boys. So I'm going to fast forward here.
These things several times, I started committing the same sexual acts. There was always a pupil with me whom I exploited whenever I wanted. I was his
See,
eldest. He was a
can you please
junior.
pause?
Yeah.
I was
Just
the
wait,
class
wait.
supervisor, so I threatened to go and tell the teachers that he wasn't learning his lessons if he didn't do as he was told. The first time I abused him was on the mat where we slept. I continued to do these things after I finished my studies at the madrasa when I lived with my parents for a year. This happened when I was playing with boys. I would force them to lie down and abuse them. I did that with 15 to 20 boys. I had no idea it was rape or abuse because I'd seen it so many times. It seemed normal to me.
See, he was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
First,
I watched my teachers. I observed what my teachers are doing, and those are the teachers are teaching us the Quran. I start doing exactly the same thing. Not only at school, but also once I went home, I start raping those things, those kids. I didn't even know it was wrong. No one told me this one was wrong. This thing is wrong. You look at your teacher, you observe, and then you practice it. And then he talks about he did this to 15 to 20 boys. How many of them reported? Clearly none of them. Actually, he talks about police never did anything. No one ever went to police. He would just like, okay, if you tell this to anyone, I'm going to tell teacher you didn't do your homework and then you messed up.
yep.
So Islamic schools, these Quranic schools, supposed to train young generation to memorize the Quran dot by dot, letter by letter, sound by sound. But what they are training future rapists. Not only like rapists, but raping boys. Man is raping boy. And then your idiot man was saying, oh, they are inspired by LGBT community. Isn't it strange? Everyone who is teaching the Quran is inspired by LGBT community. Oh, let me guess. Maybe biggest LGBT heroes of them is the Muhammad Pieces, police, FBI, and all other organizations be upon him. Seriously, like.
Because he allowed that
Yeah.
to
And
happen. And you know, most of the people will say, oh no, Muhammad never said that to do that.
yeah.
Muhammad allowed this kind of a behavior and atmosphere which allows these kind of things to happen.
Not only like
As
he allows these things, the God he worships provides such an atmosphere in where in Islamic paradise. This is
yeah.
the man, religious men who are teaching you to memorize the Quran dot by dot is doing to your kids. And you know what? This idiot, where is this idiot?
Uh-huh.
He's one of the religious teacher, and then he says, well, the mother and father who sends their kids to the madrasas, everyone knows what's happening in madrasas now, who sends their kids to the madrasas, they will be crowned on the day of judgment for doing such a good deeds. And your imam, your idiot guy on your Twitter was saying, oh yeah, people think this is blessings. Yeah, it is blessing that a religious teacher is raping my son. Oh, it is blessing. When I was at school, my religious teacher was raping me. Yeah, it is such a blessing. I'll just go through this for the sake of my mom and my father to get crowned on the day of judgment. This is what Islam does to like human beings. They take your brain, they take all of the brain cells, and then they fill it with all that filthy. A religious teacher turns to child and then say, hold my penis. Go on, brother, sorry.
Haha. It is sad how these people actually describe this action. That's point number one. And number two is even that old the engineer guy, he said it that show me a single madrasa in Pakistan where this thing doesn't happen.
Yeah.
He said, show me a single madrasa in Pakistan. Even to the families who doesn't send their children to madrasas and they calls their Maulvis at home to teach their children about Quran and how to recite the Quran and etc. Like, why do they call them at home? Because they know that sending their kids to madrasa is going to do this kind of acts with them. So they pay extra money so that the teacher will come home where they can supervise, they can see that he is only teaching them the Arabic Quran and not doing anything else.
Brother, what are the kids? What do you think? How old those kids on the screen?
7 to 14.
No, no, the ones on the screen.
Yeah, 7 to like this even this girl maybe even less, 3, 4,
Look at
4,
look at the face of that child. Yeah,
4, 5. Yeah,
yeah, 4 or 5. Look at that child.
that's
Still,
like even younger. Yeah,
yeah, still sitting in his mom's
lap.
laps. Yeah.
Mhm.
How old is
And
one?
this is 3 or 4
Yeah,
maximum.
yeah,
And they are teaching him bad touch, good touch at this age because they have to send them to madrasa.
yeah, yeah. And then they go to madrasa. What happens? Oh,
Uh,
actually, woman came and then told us about bad touch and good touch. But well, this is very normal. There is no such a thing, bad touch and good touch. I saw my teacher was naked on the top of a boy in the school where we learn the Quran. Now, if my teacher is doing, who memorized the Quran and helping me to memorize the Quran dot by dot, I am sure this is not bad touch at all. Let me get other kids so I can do this lovely touching to other kids. Disgusting. Islam is so disgusting. Sorry, bro. I just got angry. Sorry. I'll calm down. You speak. I'll breathe out and breathe in.
no, no, like, this is this is the reality. Like literally, it's so disgusting. It's unbelievable.
80 to 85%, sorry, 80 to 85 child daily reports this. 80 to 85. And that's only 1% of it. Less than 1% of it. And the ones men who are raping them, what happens? They simply get out of the jail with the bail, and then they go back to the school where they were teaching the Quran dot by dot, and then making sure those boys learned how to let them to get into their private parts. That's what they are doing. Think about it. Millions of kids. That makes like millions of kids. Not one, not two. Even if it is one, it is already out of control. But millions, millions of kids. It's
Let
strange.
me.
Let me just say something and then we look at
Yes.
Islamic sources. It is strange, isn't it? Pakistan is a Muslim country, majority of Muslims. And then they are ruling very well. It is strange that registered 35,000 madrasas and lots of them are not registered. All of those teachers are practicing the same thing. It makes you wonder, is it really their sources, they are inspired by LGBT, or do they inspired by someone else or by another book? What is where is their inspiration comes from? Yeah, it's all over the world. It's all over the world. Afghanistan, Egypt, and other thing is, like, think about it. How do you prove that you are being raped in Islam?
4 people have to witness it
Yeah,
when the action is happening.
four people have to say man's private part is in you. That they need to see that. 4 people. How many of those kids are able to provide four witnesses?
And
Apparently,
with all the beating that happens to them, do you think even if they have seen it, they will be saying, yes, I have seen it?
yeah, in the video it talks about this boy, the one like was talking like, oh, I observed this from my teacher and then I practiced it. He talks about when he came forward and then expresses, they punished him, so he ran away from the madrasa, therefore he's like seeking justice. And then at the end it talks about, well, the guy who raped him is back to school, he's been bailed out and teaching the Muslims how to pray. So you've got
Or kids how to get raped.
yeah. So how you need 4 eyewitnesses, and then they're talking about they changed the law, and yeah, for Muslim witnesses, Muslim male witnesses. Apparently they adopted the law. You won't need that. We can just do the medical things. All this, still only less than 1% is reporting this, and the people who are raping those boys are back where they belong, to the Quranic schools, where they read the Quran more. Like, think about it. He's reading the Quran more, reading it more, doing his prayer more prayers, more reading, more prayers, more reading, and then that produce putting his private parts on a boy. That's what reading the Quran produce. Go on, brother. Now you can speak.
No, you're saying the right thing. And engineer Mirza, he said in this last video that I was showing that if it happens in non-madrasa schools, non-Islamic schools, even in Pakistan, that teacher will be caught, even if he is the son of a general or a major, and he will be put on trial and in jail. But when it is happening inside the madrasa, nothing happens. That's what he said. And then he presents something very important. I'm going to share it one more time, and I'm going to skip forward that part, and we'll go to this location. All right, check this out.
ਇੰਡੀ ਦੇ ਮੁਫਤੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਸਨ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਕਤੀ ਫਿਰ ਸੌਫਟਵੇਅਰ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ठीक हो गया सी तो ये सारे मामलात चल और मैंने तो आपको तारीख इब्ने कसीर
Now he is talking about history by Ibn Kasir. Check this out what he says.
ने मेरा क्लिप देखा था अब्दुल सत्तार ईदी वाला उसको तो
You said that Ibn Kasir saw my clip about Abdul Sattar Idi?
700 साल हो गए हैं उसने तारीख इब्ने कसीर में लिखा है जितने उलमा हैं जितने फुकहा हैं जितने जजेस हैं जितने हुकूमती ओहदेदारान हैं ओहदेदारान हो गया इल्मी मौत ये सब के सब इस अमल में मुब्तला है सिवाय चंद लोगों के और उनका क्या
Ibn Kasir, he said, like his words, he said Ibn Kasir, who died 700 years ago, he writes in his book of history, and he says that every single scholar or a person who is on a higher authority, as in the government major authority, is involved in this dramatic act. And now we are talking about 13th century, sister.
Okay. Just wanted to point out something. Dear idiot Mr. Muslim, you might be engineer, but it looks like you left your brain. This is not a dramatic act. This is a crime. I know your scholars kind of.
Oh, that's my translation, sister. That's my translation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my translation.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, that's me who's trying to figure out the right words for the Urdu sentences.
Okay,
because sorry.
अपने बच्चों को इनकी पहुंच से दूर रखें जैसा दवाई
And Ibn Kasir is saying, leave your kids, like when like it's in a bottle of medicine, it says keep your children away. That's what he is saying. Keep your children away from the madrasas and these Islamic clerics. So if you keep your children away from the Islamic clerics, who's going to teach them? Like why is there any Islamic clerics then? Why do we need Islamic clerics? Why do we need madrasas? Why can't we just go for normal school, sister? Why is there Islamic schools then?
Well, some kids needs to learn how to rape boys, so therefore they go to these Islamic schools.
And it's happening from the last, according to him, 700 years.
Yeah. So you are telling me this Mr. Muslim who doesn't even send his kids to madrasas because He's been there. He knows what's happening. He hears the stories. He's telling us Ibn Kathir is warning people for such a things. Okay. Let's go back to before Ibn Kathir. Okay. So there are many different Arabic Qurans.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Muslims are still lying about its stuff, but there are many different Arabic Qurans.
Oh, no, they said that. Somebody in the speaker's corner was talking to the the part-time stripper, and the part-time stripper said, he said, like, there is a perfect preservation, word by word, dot by dot. And the part-time stripper said, who told you that? He's like, who told you that? Did you see that video?
Yeah, I remember that video. It was such a shame that the gentleman who was questioning him didn't know much about it. But yeah, so look at this. So you are showing me that Muslim is telling us Ibn Kathir is warning people regarding these Quranic schools. Okay, so there are many different Qurans, and one of the Quran goes back to man called Al-Qasa. Okay, Islamic tradition is telling us this man called Al-Qasa is doing very, very bad things with boys.
Oh, wow.
He is doing very, very bad things with boys. And Al-Qasa is goes back to 8th century. Ibn Kathir is from 14th century. So Al-Qasa is how many? 200, I'm just going with approximate 200 years after Muhammad. And then you go back Ibn Kathir, how many years? 600,
700 years approximately.
700 years after Muhammad. Isn't that strange? And your idiot Mr. Muslim is telling us, well, those people are inspired by LGBT. Is he telling us Al-Qasa was the part of LGBT community in 8th century? Before Al-Qasa, who is the man who is doing similar things to the boys? Before that man, who is the one who is programming Islamic paradise and then giving job to these boys? You are going to serve and you are not going to bleed after you're serving. Who are those people? One of them called idiot Allah, other one is called idiot Muhammad. I know, I'm sorry, I'm insulting idiot. Do forgive me for that, but yeah.
Sorry to all the idiots in the world.
He's another reference from Al-Qasa. He was in the company of the beautiful boys, reciting Quran. It's not funny, brother. What do you expect? You follow a God who provides you Islamic paradise with non-bleeding boys. You follow a prophet, pieces, police, FBI, child protection, all of the mothers and fathers be upon him. You follow him who goes into the underdress of the boys and tongues of the boys, and then says, oh, you will get Islamic paradise. Give me what is between your legs and what is between your mouth. 200 years later, you've got a Muslim who is teaching people to recite the Quran dot by dot, so-called, and that very gentleman have those beautiful boys in his company. Amazing, isn't it? 700 years later, Ibn Kathir says, well, don't send your boys to those madrasas. I know what they're up to there. 21st century, idiot from Pakistan. Oh, I heard it almost 20 years ago. Those things were very normal. 35 years ago, sorry. Oh, it is very normal in Pakistan. But that's what happens in our madrasas where we go and learn the Quran. Yeah, we practice raping the boys, dot by dot, letter by letter. Did you go to madrasa, brother?
And thankfully, no. My parents were sane enough not to send me to madrasa, but rather hire a Islamic cleric to come to our home while they can observe. So a lot of people who are In a family where they have some money, they will not send the children to madrasa, but rather arrange a teacher to come home and teach them the Quran and the Hadith.
Do you think are those people are producing future Quran experts, or they're producing future expert rapists? Those people come to Britain, and that's what they do to our kids. Do
Yeah,
you remember there was a case like in Germany, uh, where this idiot lady made a comment. This idiot MP made a comment. Oh yeah, similar things in Birmingham stuff. So there is this Muslim man rapes a boy in Germany, and then he says, "Well, I couldn't control myself."
yeah. There was like last time a British Pakistani person was caught in the Britain when he was trying to molest a 13 years old, and he was justifying she's 13, she's adult, she was masturbating. So
She's
he was
already
trying to just
old
yeah.
for me. She's already old for me. Imagine the suffering I went through to be with that old 13 years old girl.
Yeah.
It's I know I need to keep calm, but I'm really now so much annoyed right now. This is the fruit of Islam. It is not like, oh, a couple of idiots are inspired by LGBT. No. Fruit of Islam is being practiced in over 35,000 madrasas. And only 1% of them are reporting this. And that less than 1%. And that's less than 1% is 80 to 85 people.
Yep.
And Adam Sika showed in the beginning, without any shame, people put this, what they've done to the boys, in museums without any shame. People have no shame. They don't like imagine like they like a student. He says, I didn't think this was wrong. I didn't know, no one told me this is wrong. So I observed this from my very trusted teachers and I practiced it.
Absolutely. That's what they are going to do in Jannah, anyways.
Yeah.
And they mistranslate it in the Quran when Allah used the word yunzifun. Supposedly Allah used it. Wala yunzifun. So if you see, and they will not bleed, but at the end of the day they say no, no, no. It is their Allah is talking about the mind being in bleeding.
Why,
Man, that's
why,
just crazy.
why would their mind needs to be bleed after they serve, or doesn't need to bleed after they serve? What is the thing they are serving? Hmm?
Wine. They were serving wine, and then the la yusaduna. They will not have a headache. Wala yunzifun, and they will not bleed. So there are two words here. Uh, even if you go to a Tebari or you will see that it's disgusting there. They have to make a full-fledged pretzel show out of it, because without the pretzel show they will not be able to do anything. Even Tebari actually tries to make a pretzel show, because the Quran, I'm talking about Quran chapter number 56 verse number 19, uh, they will
Yeah.
not have headache, and nor will they bleed. Actually, that's the translation. So where is the bleeding part coming from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull that up as well. Let me just that would be on this file probably. Let me put that up as well. I remember having conversations about it at Speaker's Corner. So I want to, until I pull that out. So, brother, would you be,
I can read that. Paradise guaranteed by Muhammad. The Prophet said, whoever guarantee me what is between his legs and what is between his jaws, I guarantee him paradise.
okay, who is saying this? So I just understand, brother. Who is talking about this?
Sahil bin Saad is saying that the Prophet Muhammad said.
So Muhammad said, who is Muhammad? Their prophet. What is their prophet is saying? Well, give me what is between your legs. What is in between people's legs?
Depending on the male or the female. You know
Just
what I mean to
imagine
say.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
just imagine that. So, what is between your legs and what is between your jaw? Give that to me. I'll get you Islamic paradise. Hmm.
And over
Then
there, you'll enjoy using that. I'm sorry. That's just so silly.
let me pull the other one. I'm just trying to find the. I'm just trying to find the hadith on the serving boys.
And you clicked on the other one. I saw Prophet spreading the legs of Hassan and doing the act. And then, he was, Muhammad was even kissing Fatima, the supposedly the daughter of
Oh,
Muhammad,
okay. Sorry,
and
I am in the
sucking her tongue, saying that when I suck her tongue, I feel the taste of the apple of paradise. You know that. Is it in your presentation as well?
it is somewhere there. Yeah. Let me just find those boys first.
Okay, find the boys.
Um. Anyway, so beautiful teachings. They are not inspired by LGBT at all. They are inspired by Mr. Muhammad and Allah. Both two idiots are coming together and then producing those things. So there are lots of slides. So I need to find it from it. Just patience.
While you're trying to find it, let me show my screen to the people in the meantime.
Okay.
Uh, at least they will have something to see. We have little time today. So this is what I'm showing. Um, if it is on the screen, this is a Maktab al Shamila. All right, and where is it? Yeah, and this is Kitab Zakhair al Kil. Oh my, like, there you go. It is written by Muhabbiddin al Tibri, and let me just translate it into English. The Book of Treasures of Hereafter. All right, and this is Muhibbul al-Din al-Tibri. He writes it, and he says, it is mentioned that he, God bless him, grant him peace, the Prophet, used to kiss her, who Fatima, on her mouth and suck her tongue on it. On the authority of Aisha, may God be pleased with her, she said, I said to the Messenger of God, what is the matter with you? That when you kiss Fatima, you put your tongue in her mouth. And Fatima is the daughter of Muhammad. As if you want to lick honey from her. This is Aisha saying that. So he, may God be blessed with him, so called, when I was taken on the night journey, Muhammad is saying, Jibrail brought me into the paradise and gave me an apple. So I ate it. It became sperm in my back. When I came down from the sky, I had intercourse with Khatija, and Fatima is from that sperm. So whenever I long for that apple, I kiss Fatima. That's what Muhammad is doing. He's trying to eat the apple of paradise again and again by opening the mouth of his own daughter and kissing the tongue out.
No, 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 brother. Not kissing the tongue out, sucking the tongue.
Yeah. Want to lick the honey from her, according to
Yeah,
Aisha.
yeah. It says like, if you want to lick honey from her.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is a father is doing that to his daughter. A father who is the prophet, apparently, man whom's supposed to be the best example to humanity. I'm so glad there are some Muslims who kind of say, oh, I'm gonna say no to this. But even if it is one Muslim who is following such a teachings, I concerned for their kids. The father is sucking the tongue of his daughter, which makes Aisha concerned for what he's doing to her. Think about that.
Yep. I just sent you the links, guys. Uh, Somebody was asking for the links. Sister, I'm putting the links in the private chats, all of them that I've shown so far. But like, this is the reality of it. It's written here. No, like, And then there's more, like multiple hadiths. So Abu Sa'ad actually said that on the authority. Another one, um, the Prophet used to kiss Fatima a lot, and Aisha said to him, "You kiss Fatima a lot," and he said, "Night journey, I went to the paradise. Same story. The water became in my lines. Khadija was pregnant, and that's why I kissed Fatima." Another narration
No,
from
no, no,
another
no,
chain
no,
of
no, no,
narration.
no, 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 brother,
Sorry,
brother.
sorry,
Focus, focus, focus.
focusing.
So he's going to where? The paradise.
Hmm.
House, place, Allah specially made it for Muslims. Okay? He's
Hmm.
going there. He's going there.
Yeah.
And what he says? Oh, because my wife was pregnant. Okay?
Oh, let me fix that. He said that I went to the paradise where I had the apple
Yeah,
given to me by Jibril in the night journey, and that apple fruit became in my line, and I made Khadija pregnant with it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Khadija is pregnant. Okay?
yeah,
And Khadija makes this baby called Fatima.
yeah.
What does Muhammad do to Fatima?
Kiss the tongue out, lick the tongue out
Yeah, my wife
to
is
feel the
pregnant.
apple.
Yeah, it's
Disgusting to the very least.
yeah. It is called. You know, in England, unless you are Muslim, rules are different. But general rule for non-Muslims is if you do such a thing to your daughter or anyone else's daughter, you go to prison. Yeah, you go to prison. Well, Muslims get free pass these days. But yeah, this is what happens. A father is like, oh, I'm traveling to heaven. Okay, my wife become pregnant. What I'm going to do is let me suck the tongue of my daughter. If he's doing that to his daughter, who is surprised that Muslims who are teaching the Quran in madrasas, in Islamic schools, are doing this to someone else's sons? It's called disgusting. It's called like it's called crime. But yeah, when it's in Islam, people get away. He's the one I was talking about, the boys. This is Islamic paradise. Look at the vision of Islamic paradise.
Mashallah, mashallah.
Yeah, everyone wants to get there. Some people wants to get there early. Therefore, they become Quran teachers in Pakistan. They want to practice. They want to practice what's happening in Islamic paradise. So they prepare. They don't have any problems over there. Those beautiful boys are gonna serve you, okay? And they are there. They are serving you for your sexual pleasure. And that idiot from your video, ah, those people are inspired by LGBT. He's simply telling us Allah is the source of LGBT. Muhammad is the source of LGBT, but not only Muhammad is the source of LGBT, but he is also source what father does to his daughters. And you know what? Allah, Allah steps in, okay, says to the says, okay, if those dear wives, if you are like kind of just like treating Muhammad like this, I'm gonna replace you. Allah comes alongside of Muhammad and then making sure Muhammad lives happily after. Where is Allah when Muhammad is sucking the tongue of his daughter? Where is Allah when Muhammad is sexually assaulting his daughter? Allah is probably behind the beds with Abu Bakr. Disgusting, man. Like, seriously? You know, like every time you kind of, okay, Islam is just getting more disgusting, and then you just do live stream, and then it becomes like more disgusting.
This is so true, sister, and a lot of people are triggered on my channel. They want the link. Guys, tomorrow on my Urdu channel, and we will have the debates. Here we are just showing the stuff. We'll make it very short and small for you to prepare for my tomorrow's video, where I'm going to do the same in Urdu, and then you can have the chance to have a debate for at least 4 hours. So prepare your material and we will talk about it. But sister, once again, when you
What's
were showing the last presentation, you did not read the couple of lines that according to some of the Islamic scholars as well, these immortal boys are there for sexual pleasure, because a lot of scholars are saying nothing about sexual pleasure. But yes, there are a lot of Islamic scholars who are saying about sexual pleasure, because that's why immortal boys are there. They're serving you and they are there for your sexual pleasure. If you be kindly show the presentation again, because I want people to understand that.
okay?
Uh,
Before I'll show that to you, brother.
yes,
This is nothing personal. But why are you debating with these idiots who wants to debate with you about it tomorrow? Those idiots who wants to debate you, instead of they debating you, they need to get in touch with their MPs in Pakistan and then stop this.
perfectly said. You perfectly said.
Are you talking about this one?
Yes, Mr. Ibrahim Mahmood said the immortal boys are for the sexual enjoyment.
Yeah,
And
I did say it in
yeah,
here. Huh? It's
yeah,
not only
you
like
highlighted.
Ibrahim Mahmoud, it's all Sheikh Mohammed Keshk.
Keshka also said that. So multiple people also talking about them as sexual, and then like this is so disgusting that in the Jannah you are doing LGBTQ. You are. Even the Quran talks about it, but they
Yeah,
make separate such about it.
it's not only LGBTQ, brother. It's not only that alphabet thing. They are doing this to the boys. Okay.
Oh, young boys, yeah.
Yeah, there are some LGBT people who has got like moral standards. They just date or they do sex with their people who are in their age. But in Allah's Islamic paradise, man, old man, is going into boy. That's probably even LGBTQ is not happy with this. LGBTQ really needs Jesus, but anyway, just like I don't know what else to say, but like think about it. Don't think about it. It's just bad. Just bad. Tomorrow, when you debate those idiots who are gonna come to your channel, brother, make sure they take actions, and then they make video about it. That they went to the police station, they spoke to their MPs, they spoke to the prime minister, they spoke to the police, and then they show us the receipts that how many imams, how many those religions teachers end up in jail for long term.
Zero. Zero. Nada. Zero. Literally zero.
Well, tomorrow it is the opportunity of those Muslims who are calling you to take action. Keep them accountable for that, brother.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple of spare chats.
Absolutely, Hussein Mashni is saying La Yunzifun has nothing to do with drunkenness. Yes, Hussein, you're right on spot. I was just talking about it. La Yunzifun. It has nothing to do with drunkenness. But that is how they mold it, because it says like they won't bleed. They don't bleed. Like this is the reality.
I remember talking about this with someone. I was asking like what kind of action is being done to them so they are not gonna bleed. And then that idiot imam said from Islam, he says, oh, they are not virgin girls. They are boys who are already being used. They are not gonna bleed. I like
Already been used. Wow.
okay, so with
Isn't
that,
that the same thing like when the video that we had a discussion about where they are banging each other so that the anal hole become flexible enough to put bomb material in so that they will blast themselves there. Like imagine this is a fatwa that it is allowed, it's halal. So like why can't they use some more tool to do such a thing? Why they literally have to do sodomy? That's what they call it in Islam, to do that, to make their hole big enough to put some plastic bomb in.
what or basic question is, why do they even need to do such a thing at the first place?
True that. Sorry. Yeah. I was one step ahead that they need to blast a bomb. Sorry.
You know, when tomorrow people calls for your calls you for in your live stream for debate, challenge them to send their boys and send their girls to those madrasas, and then see how many girls will come out of the madrasa with like having 20, 50 kids. I'm gonna pull together a couple of super chats. Come to you, brother. And then we respond to that because I've got to finish at 5:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Just like disgusting religion.
Adam, Omni is saying, Adam, I want to say you very clearly, you are bad guy, but I still support you and also like you because of multiple reason. जिसने जो पुटना है मेरा पुट ले. Thank you so very much, Om. He's sarcastic. Love Sharma is saying, Radhe Radhe Adam Seeker, how are you doing, brother? I'm doing fine. Me and ex-Muslim fans are also happy to see Hatun with you. Please expose these grooming gangs. Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
Yes, sister.
see, when they are doing these things in Pakistan, and then when they come to England, what do you expect they are gonna do? What do you expect they are gonna do to your daughters?
Adam Janab, Tusi and Sahil ne, oh, come on, man. Don't do this. Next one. It's a little dirty.
Yeah, don't do those things in my live streams.
Jay Templation said, I'm speechless with fearlessness of Hatun Tash ji. Thank you so very
I'm
much.
not fearless, but thank you.
Blackpink, appreciate it. Love Sharma is saying, love your work, Adam. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you. Super sticker, thank you. Pradhan, appreciate it, sir. Yadav Saab is saying, Adam, sir, you are a great scholar of Islamic religion. I'm just doing my best what I can. Thank you. Ambassador said, Jesus is Lord and let the children come to him to bless them. Yes.
See, like attitude of Jesus towards kids versus attitude of Allah and Muhammad towards kids. Keep away from Islam. Keep your kids and keep the neighbors' kids away from Islam.
Adam Wise sister is absolutely right here. Yes, sister is always right. I know. She knows exactly the right words. Oh, we have Allah here. MashaAllah, Allah came from the seventh heaven down to the earth. In
Allah,
ours.
you caused this problem, Allah. You've got to take some responsibility here. All these messes here because Allah. Islamic Allah, not this Allah. Like, I don't want people to go after this Allah. Do you have any idea why there is very strange focus on young boys in Islam? It seems very strange to me knowing what is natural sex inclination for 95% of men. So, Adam Sika, why do you think God of Islam and Prophet of Islam and Islamic teachers of Islam is going after boys?
Because Muhammad loved boys and girls both. So he doesn't want to give just the girls in the paradise. He wants to give them boys so that whoever has whatever inclination, they can come to Islam and have the full show. But in paradise.
God, who hates women so much, he's quite okay to watch the abuse of boys in his holy place.
No, he enjoys the abuse of the female as well, Like, they will be always immaculate virgins. And Ibn Kasir and Jalaluddin Sayyuti and Jalalain also says that every time you enter upon them, you will find them virgin again.
Yeah. So that kind of shows a little bit Allah is merciful, don't you think so?
Merciful?
Those virgins are gonna kind of deal with the consequences of having sex with those Muslim men, okay? They're gonna bleed. Those boys are not even able to show any side effects. So you got to choose between two evils here. Is that funny? Why are you laughing?
Choose between two evils here. Like, why do you have to choose between these two evils? Like, why can't there be a third option? Like, you gotta present the third option.
Islam doesn't present the third option. third option to be there, Islam needs to be out. Like
That
ask
is true.
Muslims. Like Yahya, you are in the chat, Yahya. Why in madrasas Muslims are raping boys, Yahya? What are you teaching in madrasas? What kind of prophet you follow? Sucks the tongue of his daughter, sucks the tongue of his grandkids. What kind of prophet says, okay, give me what is between your legs, so I take you to Islamic paradise, Yahya? Why do you follow such a dangerous and stupid prophet? Yahya, would you trust your son to the madrasas in Pakistan? Yahya goes quiet.
No, no, he's gonna do some copy paste stuff and everything. But that's what his Allah is doing as well. He's manipulating the stuff from the other scriptures and then putting it in. Exactly what Yahya does. Manipulate some stuff, put it in. Just like Allah. They're following their Allah perfectly.
Thank you very much for getting Greek baklava to Adam.
Oh, thank you so very much. I'm gonna enjoy Greek baklava.
And
Oh, and her suggestion is choose better friends. In which regard, by the way? I don't know. I'm with one of my best friends. She's sitting right next to me,
yeah,
Sister Hatun.
that's what she's saying. You go and choose like someone else beside Hatun, and she's intentionally advertising Greek baklava, knowing baklava is all Turkish, but Greeks stole from us. Actually, not they stole us. We let them to kind of use it since we conquered them. Fight.
Muhammad used a lot of Greek women anyway, so we can steal the baklava. Yeah. So what? He attacked Greeks as well. You know what they did to Greek according to history. You know that very well.
Well, we did that, yeah, and we learned
Yeah.
to be proud of it. Anyway, we've got to stop there at 5:30. I've got to be out. Oh, so see, Yahya speaks. Yahya, I've got to hang up the live stream, but go to Adam Seeker's live stream tomorrow and then defend those kids. Madrasas should not allow private. What is BTVN? Between
Jahil and anyone by themselves, as Satan is the third like imagine he is so silly and in saying such a stupid comment because madrasas have hostels, and in the hostel you think that the kids are sleeping with the in the room of your teacher? No, they're sleeping in some other room. They are being called out from that room. Should not be allowed. You are going to put a police guard in every single room that no teacher is going to grab a child and bang him tonight? You must be joking.
So here's the another problem Yahya is bringing up to our attention. It is not teacher's fault.
Satan's fault.
Teacher who is teaching kids to memorize the Quran. It is not his fault. It is Satan's fault. Why? Teacher shouldn't take any responsibility. If a male teacher find attraction towards 4-year-old boy, how come that's teacher's fault, Yahya? Oh, Yahya. Send your son to those madrasas, Yahya. I'm sure your attitude, if you love your son a little bit, your attitude will change. There is no self-control. Like a man who reads the Quran, reads it again and again and again, does his prayer again and again and again, reads the Quran again, teaches the kids to the dots, do his prayer, teach the kids to every bit of the prayer, is suddenly on the top of a child. He's naked and child is naked. Yeah, I know. Kids should have been protected from your creepy, disgusting prophet.
Yeah, exactly. His prophet's own daughter as a kid was abused by the prophet himself.
Not only
That's
kids,
what started it.
even adults
Hassan,
protected.
And even Hassan and Hussein, they were abused by Prophet as well. Sucking their tongues and kissing their private parts. That's what Muhammad did. All
Yeah.
of it.
And thank you very much for disagreeing with your prophet and calling your prophet kind of evil. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But that's not enough, Yahya. That's not enough. Do something about the madrasas in Pakistan. Not only in Pakistan, that's in different part of the UK as well. Like in UK, there was this Ahmadiyya mosque was having the same thing. God knows about other mosques. Just turn up the Salah. Just turn up the Whitechapel. Just turn to Luton, Bradford. I'm sure lovely police is turning great blind eyes to everything.
And by the way, sister, they always promote these evil acts happening in Ahmadiyyas or stuff like that because they hate Ahmadiyyas. But the problem is that it is happening in every madrasa.
Yeah.
They don't promote what is happening in a Sunni madrasa or Shia Imam Barga, but they will promote it for the Ahmadiyya ones because both Shias and Sunnis hate Ahmadiyyas. You know, that's the beauty of it. Oh, Ahmadiyyas are bad. It is inherently coming from your own prophet and from your own books. Like if you read the Quran and Hadith, you like it. It is all about sex or fighting or killing. Thank you. Like there's nothing spirituality in it.
Yeah, just send your children to those madrasas. Just send your loved ones to those madrasas. If you haven't been it, just send your kids. Let me remind something. There is true God. There is real God who is going to judge and who is going to keep people accountable for what they've done to those kids. I don't want to be around when that happens because that judgment is going to be really, really, really terrible. Okay? That judgment is going to be really, really terrible. Dear Muslim teachers in those madrasas, dear Muslims in those mosques, dear Muslims in government institutions who are involved raping those kids, be ready for your judgment. Be ready for your judgment. It's going to be horrible for what you've done to those innocent ones. Brother, would you like to do the conclusion? We got to hang up the live stream, but
Yes,
we can do follow up if there is needed.
we'll do a follow up later on. But thank you so much for inviting me. And this is a very important subject which most of the people do not talk about because of the disgustingness of this particular topic. And it is happening every single day, every single time. Even while we are speaking over here right now at this time, some kid is being molested in some part of the world in the Islamic institutions, inside the Islamic institution. This is how big this problem is, yet not a lot of people speaks about this subject because of the disgustingness of this subject. And we need to speak up about it. We have to stand up about it. And these Islamic clerics and Islamic scholars are hiding these things intentionally. And these kids are being presented to the higher ranked muftis and maulanas as enjoyment for the night. That's the reality. Because of Allah and Muhammad, because this is what they think is right, rightfully theirs, and Allah and Muhammad excites the sexual excitement of a man so much in the Shara, in the Fiqh, in the Quran, and in the Tafsir, and in the Hadith. And that is why this is happening. The mindset is different, and it's not the Satan. Christ said, when two and three are gathered, when two are gathered in his name, the third is he. When three are gathered in his name, the fourth is he. You know, it is an absolute different of of theology here. There in Islam, Shaitan is omnipresent, Allah isn't. This is the difference. Satan is omnipresent in Islam. For Christians, God is omnipresent. So they always revere God and not do something wrong. And if anybody has done anything wrong like this, he should be punished. He is punished, and he's never going to see the face of Christ. This is the reality. Sister, mic is yours.
Sister, thank you for your generosity for the Canadian baklava. As I said, God's judgment is going to be very harsh for those who are abusing those children. Let little children come to me, Jesus says. Yet there is ideology steps in and then abuses. Think about the numbers, like 80 to 85 individuals daily report it just from madrasas for sexual abuse. That's just like 80 to 85. 35,000 registered, over 60,000. Most of them are not registered. That makes a lot of boys are being raped. Not only that, but the boys who are being raped sees this as this is something normal. This is something normal. Let me go and practice it. And they do so. People who are in the place of influence takes the mic and cameras and then say, oh, they're being inspired by LGBT. That's a lie. They've been inspired by the teachings of Islam. They've been inspired by Allah and inspired by Muhammad and inspired by their early scholars. Think about it. Why would they inspired by LGBT alphabet people? You are reciting the Quran. Is Allah not capable to meditate in your mind as you are reciting the word of Allah? Then in human beings and their thoughts makes you to go and rape the boys? Stop it. Stop it. Those of you who are in the live stream, wherever you are, bring this to attention to your MPs. Bring this attention to worldwide and speak up for those children who grows up and learns this as, oh yeah, this is normal. In England, they give birth to grooming rapes. They give birth to rapes, grooming gangs. And in your area, it's going to be exactly the same thing. They are going to, wherever they are bringing Pakistan and these religions teachings in it. Islam cannot be in a place where anything, not even any being, anything is breathing. Seriously. Stop it. Stop it. Brother Adam, thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry I had limited time. Hopefully we will have follow-up on this, since this month is month of pride, where probably in Pakistan, people are just celebrating those boys who are being raped. Thanks to
Every
teaching.
day.
Yeah. So we will probably be together again in same topic. And thank you very much, everyone who joined us on Facebook, on Adam Seeker's YouTube channel, and on DCCI. By God's grace, we will see you again. Please, please, not just watch and then get angry and upset with these things. Take action. You've got to speak for those who are voiceless. Islam is taking the voice of those boys, and those boys are becoming simply the future rapist.
Absolutely. And that is why I say, Allahu Akbar wa Yeshua Akbarul Azim. God bless you all.
God bless you all. We will see you on another live stream.